felt this way. I just was kind of upset that I felt this way for so long. If that makes sense.
No facts. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no issue there. Like, you know what I'm saying, with with that thought process, bro. Because I mean, some of like I've respected because of the fact that I've been tired of me feeling a way about a certain thing that I was dealing with. Like I was tired of myself. Like, bro, come on, get over this shit. And it's like you can't force yourself to do that.
Right.
You are literally damaging yourself even more by by trying to force yourself to drag yourself forward. And it's really like, bro, yeah, of course you can't stay there forever, right? Because you end up hurting yourself by just trying by doing that. But you have to you have to move on. But the thing is, you have to move on at your own timing, at a pace that actually works and makes sense for you,
Right.
and it only has to make sense to you. You know what I mean? So
No,
if it stops making sense to you, then guess what, my nigga? Hey, bro, like I'm sorry
gotta
for
switch it
cussing.
up. No, no,
Yeah,
come on. It's our show. What are you talking about? We cuss all the
yeah,
time.
man. I mean,
But
hey,
yeah,
you right, man.
but no, but I get what you're saying. Sometimes you have to get that second perspective, switch it up. I'm gonna read the definition for that because I think we kind of just topped into it, and then we'll go to break. So the definition that says, "Give yourself time, resist major life changes, and be kind to your emotions and your physical limits." So if you wasn't already mountain climbing, don't start tomorrow. Get in the gym. Don't work it out. Baby steps. Some people, they want to do something dramatic, shake it up, and sometimes shaking it up shakes it off, and you're done. So yeah, take it slow. Take it slow. With that being said, Miss Olivia, can you take us a break, please? Thank you.
WSAN Radio, the soul of America and beyond. Join DJ Ron G and the WSAN crew every day for the Ron G Morning Show, Funk Friday, and Gospel Brunch Sunday. From local heroes to national guests, WSAN Radio connects you to the pulse of our community. One song, one story, one soul at a time. WSAN Radio, where music, motivation, and movement come together. Streaming live, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and WSANradio.com.
Got me together with this two-piece. It's the good leggings, no see-through business.
And we're back. Running with Scissors. I am RG. Sitting right next to me is my brother. Boom, I got it right.
Easy moon.
The one and only. Thank you for pulling up. Let's see if we got anybody in the chat. Let's see. We got some chats. Like shot. No, everybody's chilling today. Cool. Everybody chilling today. Right on. But big shout out to everybody who's sticking with us. We do appreciate you. Big shout out to our part radio partner, WSAN. Big shout out to Joe Skin So Soft. Big shout out to Detroit Slap Boxing. We appreciate y'all for riding with us and being the first of our sponsors in this mega conglomerate we call United Front.
Amen.
Pretty good. Yeah, right on. All right, so we were talking about before the break. We were talking about coping strategies, and so recap. Let's recap. First of all, we started out with understanding grief. There were a couple bullet points that we went over in the front. Thank you very much. So to recap, we started out with understanding grief, which was intense. It was intense and unpredictable. It's an identity shift. You can have physical symptoms. You can possibly have marital strain, and you'll feel out of order. We talked about those early in the show, and now we move to the coping strategies. Some of the coping strategies was acknowledging, accepting things, seeking support, and being patient and gentle. So, with that being said, let's take you up to our next one. And this one, I feel like it could also kind of keep you in a weird place, but it's necessary. The list also said honor memories. So, which could be twofold, you know what I'm saying? Because every time I see the kid's shoes, that might bring me on to a crying fit, and I may not be able to function. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. You know, you got to do it at your own pace. You know,
honoring memories is that's a difficult one, bro. Like I respect it because of the fact that you know, you want to be able to show love to yourself by giving love to the relationship that you had at one point in time. But that is a very difficult one. Sometimes those memories will be what keeps you locked inside the same place.
yeah.
Sometimes
So I was thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, it's cool, you know what I mean? But sometimes when you don't let go of some of that stuff, you never escape it. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. So I say take that one with a grain of salt, you know. If you feel like you're going the wrong way, make sure you get help. So, I've seen some people's memories and their honoring was kind of like it was a little sketchy. I'm like, dude, you ain't want to have a conversation with somebody because this is not healthy, you know. And well, in my opinion, it wasn't healthy the way they were kind of kicking, you know? Right. So, but you know, but that goes back to what we talked about, talking to your friends, because your friends who truly know you and care for you, be like, hey, dog, hey, you know,
literally.
Hey. So having a support system is so important. Let's see where we at now. All right. So we got through honoring memories. Another one, take care of yourself. And I know that sounds so generic, but you'd be surprised how many folks actually low-key fall apart. Like, look, I don't like shaving as it is, right? I barely shave. I shave when money is involved or it's just too long and scratchy. That's the only time I shave. So I couldn't imagine having to go through all these health rituals when I don't even feel like getting up out of bed. But you need to maintain your basic self-care, like food, exercise, sleep. And because of what you're going through, you may want to do it a little bit more than you have been. Because, the exercise helps. And you are an expert at exercising, so please explain, sir.
Man, look, let me tell you something. Exercising does very much so help, especially when it comes to grief. But I've literally, you know, being someone who, while facing grief, my body was sore and I kept trying to go back. There is, in fact, such thing as too much of a good thing. You know, that is a very real thing. So if you know for a fact that you are in there trying to just basically kill yourself with the weights, bro, you should in fact pull back off of that. Give yourself a measured amount of exercise. Give yourself a good measured amount of exercise. Give yourself time in between your reps. Give yourself time in between your sets. Give yourself time in between exercises. You know, like adequate rest in between each is going to be very, very important, especially when you processing something.
I'll ask you this. So let's say you're not a person who regularly exercises and you're starting out. What would you tell that person to do to start out? Because everyone, you know how it is at the beginning of the year, everybody says, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna get shredded. They go give Planet Fitness, they get the dang 1 year pass, and then they go 2 times. The first day they signed up, and the last day they went to cancel it. So how do you tell someone? What would you put somebody on the path of like that? If you know, when we have so many things,
For me, it would literally just be determined upon their fitness goals, right? Like some people want to be shredded, some people just want to lose weight, some people want to bulk up. So I would go based upon their fitness goals and say, okay, well, once I learn your fitness goals, then here's then I will come up with an actual workout plan for you. I'll get a better understanding of their diet, what exactly it is that they're doing inside the kitchen, and really just making sure that, hey, look, cook your own foods, bake stuff. Don't swap out the excessive red meats for leaner meats. Definitely fish. Go
Mm-hmm.
pescatarian for a bit. See how that works out for you, and then I would then when you once you make those changes, once you get that handle on that discipline inside the kitchen, then you get that handle on that discipline on the what's called on the in the gym. There really are things that are supposed to go hand in hand so that you can actually better yourself and make and look like how you want to look and feel like how you want to feel. And I'm gonna tell you
And
right now, there's
go
a
ahead.
reason why comfort food is usually the most fattening thing. You know what I mean? Comfort
Mm.
food is
Please
usually
explain.
the like, for example, you see like, oh, whenever somebody's going through something, what do they associate? They get a tub of
Ice cream,
exactly and
chocolate,
chocolate.
chips,
Exactly.
cookies. Yeah.
So the thing is, if you can, like I said, if you can discipline yourself inside that kitchen to make sure you get your diet right, you can also discipline yourself to actually, hit the gym and work out right. And the thing is, depending upon what your goal is, I would definitely give you the proper workout regimen for you. And if you need a
I was going
workout,
there. Fit with
go
Ezel,
ahead.
Instagram.
Hit at Fit with Ezel, boy. Not on Instagram. My TikTok is way better than my Instagram. Like, I'm realizing that my TikTok is a lot more love. So hit that Fit with
Yep.
Ezel on TikTok. You what's going? I'll give you a free workout, and I'll keep on giving them to you until you feel like you are at a place where you want something more. Then and only then will I be like, all right, man, I might need a little bit of just go ahead and donate to the PayPal.
Right. I
It's
appreciate it.
it's at our gains I.
No, actually, y'all, they can send it right to United Front.
Oh shoot, go ahead. Then the
Yeah.
United Front.
Cash App United Front. But
I
I
can't
will
tell
say
you.
this before we move on to our next one, dude. I've never felt better eating a stress apple. You know what made me feel really cool? Cookies. Stop playing. I'm saying it's a big transition.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like a stress orange is like, I'm still sad while eating my orange, but that Oreo cookie hit a little different.
Yeah, I respect it. Hey, look, I'll be lying if I said anything different, man. I would be
Right.
lying if I said anything different. A good stress cookie would hold it down,
Yeah.
boy.
Yep. Stress
Mm.
grapes. You don't even feel
Stress
right.
grapes ain't it.
Stress grapes ain't
Stress
even hitting.
grapes ain't it. But a
Yeah.
stressed pineapple though. A stressed pineapple ain't bad.
All right. Which way are you tilting? Said pineapple. Call back.
That was a good one. That
Yes.
was a far back. Now I gotta go all the way back here with that one. That was a good
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Ah!
Yes. Our
Oh
early
man.
days on other networks were the Wild Wild West. We were not as polished as we are now.
No, we the fuck we're not, bro.
Yep. And with that being said, let's move on to our next one. This one, I'm probably going to need your help because you are the most educated person I know right now. It says, watch for complicated grief. It said, if emotions remain raw and overwhelming, it can or trigger mental health issues like depression. Seeking professional help is crucial. How do you know if you have complicated grief, though? You know what I'm saying? Outside of what they outline, because I'm sure it's not just mental health issues, stuff like that. What would you say complicated grief and how would it look?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm trying to I'm trying to think how it will out. Let's see. Shit, suicide ideation. I'm gonna just
All
come right
right.
out and say it. Like if you starting to like really get that feeling of all right, well, nothing matters, and I'm trapped. Like and there's nothing that'll change my situation. And for sure, like yeah, seek mental help. Mental help. If you are at a point where everything around you just deteriorates as far as you not talking to your friends anymore, and not because you're like leveling up or anything like that. You just literally are just like, hey,
Isolating yourself.
I'm isolating myself. I'm too sad to even reach out to anybody else.
Mm.
If you find yourself letting your hygiene go, all the way, then yeah, you should be in fact be reaching out to somebody. If you found yourself, dog, like if the pain is still the pain after a year, you need to reach out to somebody. You need to reach out to somebody. If after a solid year, like, oh, bro, like, nah, like, I cannot get over this, then dog,
Get some help.
get some help. Talk to
I
somebody.
respect that. So give yourself a benchmark.
Give
Not
you.
to say you're putting a timer on it, but that
Mhm.
way it'll give you a marker where you can be like, how do I feel? So it's almost like
Right.
giving yourself a natural checks and balance. Oh, I respect that, dog. I
Yeah,
respect
man.
that a lot. And last but not least, definitely not last but not least, address spiritual conflicts. I've heard so many people question their faith after they lose loved ones. And the last time I checked, and I'm no expert, like no matter what you believe in, somebody got to go. That's just nature, So you're gonna lose something or someone. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it says explore beliefs through prayer, meditation, or connecting with others if your faith is shaken. What say you, sir?
Shit, well, of course, some people's faith is gonna be shaken, bro. Like some people don't really have the faith at all. Like sometimes some people are just, like it's your faith is fair weather. Look, when things are good, when things are good, things are great. Who's God? Who?
Ooh.
God. I ain't never heard of that, man. But when things is trash,
Mm-hmm.
hey, God's got me through, boy. You got all the spiritual quotes and posts, boy. You got the daily prayer on your stories and all. But when things is but when and it's crazy, right? Because when things get too bad, right? When things
Mm-hmm.
get so messed up, guess what? It's forget God. I don't know, like he don't exist or she don't exist, depending on what you believe in, or they don't exist if factual. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm,
it's a very
yeah.
very real thing, and my thing is it's crazy to me, right? Because I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not the best believer. I'm not the best Christian. I'm not the best at any of that. But I am someone that knows that when I felt like I was on top of the world, I knew that was because God had my back. When I
I
felt like
respect
I
that.
lost it all, I knew that was because I knew that God still had my back. And
Right.
I when I felt like I when I felt terrible,
Yeah.
I knew God was still there, and he was there in the forms of so many different people.
Yeah.
Uh, bro, from Ricky to uh to you, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, there's so many people, dog. Like, he just came to me in the form of just, hey, dog, bro. Back when when I used to go in the garage and just call you, bro, and like just be like, hey, dog, like I'm this is happening, and you would just hit me, and you call just, bro, hey, dog, just make sure that you was all right, bro. That to me, that is God. So.
I appreciate it.
All I can tell you is like if you are questioning your faith, bro, hey, look, question it. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. Question it, but answer your question. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right. I respect
Don't just leave it at out of no. Go answer your question. Analyze your life. See if whether or not God has literally had his hand on your back the entire time. Yes, you have had some of the most terrible things happen to you. Yes, you going that is the truth. But guess what? I wholeheartedly believe that something is on the horizon for you. Something is and I'm not saying that because of the fact that that's just what we were taught to believe. I'm saying that because of the fact that I know
it.
I
Yeah.
felt it.
It's faith is lived in, and it's also a learning lesson. They don't call it a walk for a reason, because they tell you like you ain't gonna get there no time soon. That's why you have to
Yeah,
keep going. Because even at my lowest, I always knew there was something bigger than myself. Even if I couldn't define it, I always knew it was there. And it
right.
just so happened every time I was like, man, there's something pull up. And I'm like, all right, cool, good looking, thanks. You know what I'm saying? And even when things are popping, I knew that it wasn't just me. Yeah, I did the work because what they say, faith without works is like dead or something like
It's
that.
dead, yeah.
Yeah, so you still got to put in that work, but the fact that you made the effort, you're usually rewarded with it in some way, shape, or form. So, and we're not talking physical goods. We're talking about like mentally, spiritually, the will to get up and do whatever the hell you need to do another day. That's a gift because no one's promised any damn thing in this world. So take that with a grain of salt.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Let's see. We got one big key takeaway from all this stuff. This is a lifelong journey. It's not a temporary state. Grief becomes a part of you. It alters your life forever. But with support and time, self-compassion, acute pain, maybe even a little bit of integration, you will find a new rhythm in life. But you got to let go through the process. As for the time frame, Ezel brought up a really good idea of giving yourself benchmarks. But the main thing is just always keep fighting. Keep going. That's the biggest takeaway I can tell you. And if you need some help, make sure you go to our website, get some resources, or the one we always rep and Namdi, shout out to those guys. Just make sure you stay tapped in with yourself. But I will say one thing that I do find kind of ironic and funny, and this might just be a Detroit thing. So the last time I was at a service, right, the pastor did an altar call, and I was like, so it made me kind of like laugh a little bit because it goes right back to what you said, how when stuff get tight, everybody run to the Lord. And my man was like, I'm about to capitalize. And sure scratch, it was people coming up for the altar call. I'm like, really? You didn't go by that church 1,000 times and now you want to give yourself up? But hey, get it how you live. Get it how you live. So yeah. So we're not the only ones that see the fair weather be down with the Lord when things are bad, but don't think about it when it's good. You know what I'm saying? Seen it a lot.
Absolutely, dog. But my thing is, hey man, as time passes, just get closer to the Lord. Get as close as possible, because I mean, bro, this gets difficult. This gets really, really difficult, and I promise you, I mean, it's something that makes it just a little bit easier. Is in fact having that relationship with the Lord. That's just me. That's my thoughts.
Indeed. And for our friends in the chat who are watching, if you got any experiences you like to share or any tips you'd like to give to people who are going to watch this in the future, feel free to drop it in there. And yeah, you may have never lost a child, but you've probably lost someone. And you never know. The way you explain it might take someone from being on that edge to recovery. So feel free to hop in the chat and put your perspective, your game in there. And we do appreciate you for doing that. Whew, it's pretty rough. I don't know if I'm adult enough to have this conversation. I was thinking to myself, like, somebody got to show up to work. I'm not sure if I'm mature enough.
That man said, hey, bro, I don't know if I can do this.
Right. This is me. You know what I mean? I'm used to sitting up here smoking cigars and cracking jokes. Like, oh, I got to be an adult today? Like, what's going on?
That man said, I got to hold it down. Heck
right.
Nah.
Where all them educated people I hang out with? Where y'all at? I had the boy nervous.
Boy, so, I'm telling you.
So let's switch gears a bit because we're a little heavy right now. But let's switch gears. I'm gonna let that cook, and then we're gonna, before the end of the show, we will go back over all the tips and reset the resources. But I need to lighten it up a bit because I am goofy. So, just to switch gears for a second, I was actually scrolling on my phone, and we got one. Let's see. We're gonna pop this one up on the screen. Amen. All they want in life. Yeah, we're all gonna need God. Thank you very much. Appreciate that comment. I was watching the internet, right? Like me, I'm always scrolling, like most of us, right? So the girl tells the guy, like, hey, we want to be friends. She wanted to be friends, but she wanted to go out. But then she got upset because he didn't pay for her food and stuff like that. And I just found that to be hilarious, how you can break a dude's heart and be like, oh yeah, by the way, still treat me like a girlfriend. Because they had been going out for like 2 months. And then she wondered why he like didn't want to do the same things he was doing when they were kind of courting each other. What say you, sir? I know you're a 2-week guy, but if you take off the 2 weeks and put on your adult hat, what say you?
Oh, what do I say about not doing what you did for someone
You thought you were going to date him. Yes.
when you thought that you was gonna be. I mean, I say that is the only thing that makes sense. Like honestly speaking, bro, maybe it's just me. Maybe I am biased, but I do wholeheartedly believe that, dog. If you know for a fact that you're in a new space, there's a new boundaries to this whole relationship thing, then guess what, big dog, man, introduce her to your new boundaries in a manner that reflects what you want for your future. And if that means, hey, I'm not gonna be doing this, I'm not gonna be buying you nothing or whatever, dog, then that's so shall it be. So shall it be. Because at the end of the day, big dog, hey, look, everybody has options.
But
Everybody
I
got
would look at it
options.
like this, right? So even if I wasn't dating that person, I would still get the door for him. So I feel like there's certain things I would still do whether we date or not. Because if a random old lady came to the door, I would hold the door for her. So
Right.
I feel like there's certain things that may come off as corny, but that just might be your steez. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I go out with my friends, if I got it, I'm probably going to pay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, so whether we're going out today, tomorrow, or the next day, I'm eating this prime rib regardless. So I don't care if you're there or not. So we about to eat good no matter what. So some of those things I can see where they will be problematic, possibly look like dating, but everyone has to have their own thing that they, kind of do, right?
Yeah, they gotta have to kind of do what they own. Yeah, it makes sense to me. But yeah, it makes sense. But man, forget all that, dog. Let's go. They
That's
don't
fair.
deserve you. They don't
Yeah.
deserve you.
For everybody pulling up, thank you, by the way. We switched gears a little bit. Tonight's topic, Miss Olivia. Let's see. Because if I touch the board, she'll beat me up. Tonight's episode is episode 63, Tough Days, Part 2, Losing a Child. Earlier in the show, we actually went over some actual some things you can do, and we defined grief of losing a child, and we also came up with some strategies on how to do so. Me and my brother were just switching gears because we've been actually adults for way longer than we usually are on any given episode. So I just had to switch it up a little bit to kind of, ease the tension. I'm like, ooh, man.
Yeah, we definitely have this being an adult thing is tiring, my boy.
I know we need the ladies back here so they can be serious for us because this is a lot of work.
For real. Oh yeah. I'm still surprised how did we get to this topic? Like that still blows me like every time. Like,
hey, I'm gonna do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever say that again because you
pause. You know what I mean. Still throws me off every single time.
Thank you, sir. Like, hey,
I was very much so confused. Like, how did we get here? Like,
well, I can tell you what Penny's thinking was, right? Because we always talk about Jingle Bell happiness, but some people not so happy. Just sometimes it's worst time of year for some people. So, we always say that we're going to help people, so we have to kind of address some of these things. We can't claim to be a network of the people and we don't address serious issues, because that's the biggest problem in our community is everybody wants to show up for the good times, but no one wants to show up when things suck. And no one wants to talk about when things suck. Yeah, we can go on here and act a fool and talk about crazy stuff, but yeah, we're here to help. So this is what we do at the core of what we do.
You're absolutely right, but dog. You're right. We do at our core, we are here to help people, and we do definitely help people. It's just the fact that I'm just always so confused at the fact that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a dark topic, bro. That's a dark topic.
But it needs to be said, because when we first got on the air, what did we talk about? We talked about how people don't address their traumas and how they can't really grow because they're letting all of this stuff just weigh them down. And we also came up with the agreement when we first started, like, hey, let's talk about this stuff because it's uncomfortable. Like last week, I was mad uncomfortable, but it helped. Yeah. It did help. So with that being said, we're going to go through this list again for everyone who didn't tune in earlier, because we actually defined what grief was when losing a child. Yeah. And we also included like a child going to prison and other different aspects. So it's not just It's not just that. You can clearly define what your grief level is. So let's go over the list, and that should pretty much take us probably to the end. So we'll do the definition of losing a child. First of all, there was intense and unpredictable. Expect overwhelming feelings of despair, anger, numbness, guilt, anxiety, profound sadness, which can be all-consuming. That was one. That's one way to define it. Number two, the identity shift. Your role as a parent is fundamentally changed, leading to feelings of being lost and fundamentally different. Number three, there can be physical symptoms. It can be pain, loss of appetite, sleep changes, headaches, tremors. Physical grief is just as important. The next one was marital strain. Some partners often grieve in different ways, and it can actually shatter relationships, lead to conflicts, isolation from each other. And finally, things just being out of order. Loss is unnatural, and it shatters core beliefs and creates a deep sense of injustice. So that's how we understand grief. Anything you'd like to add to that list before we actually recap the coping strategies, brother?
Man, honestly, on how we understand grief, man, I feel like that tapped on everything. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So let's go over coping strategies. And these things are also on the internet. So it's not like I'm an expert. You can look things up. Got your phone. You need information. You're walking around with a computer. Feel free to take advantage, like we do. So, coping strategies. We started out with accept and allow, which is meaning accept all your feelings. Don't ignore them, because that can prolong your healing. And we talked about different ways that you can prolong your healing. I say hearing, excuse me. Next one, seek support. That's super important. Talk to your friends, your family, therapists, join grief supports. Go to our friends at NAMI. Call 988. Whatever it takes, get the help you need. Have a conversation with someone. It could save you your life and your mental health. Please and thank you. Next one. Be patient and gentle. Give yourself time. Resist major life changes. If you haven't been jumping on airplanes, don't start on Tuesday. Figure it out. Saying, be kind to yourself and your physical limits. If you have not been squatting 500 pounds, you're going to fold yourself in half. Start small. Right. I've seen people bend themselves in half with very heavy weight because they're going to press away the pain, and that bar is pressed against their neck, and now they're joining their kids. Happens. Be careful. So, next one. Honor their memories. Share stories. Look at photos. Find ways to keep your child's memory alive within limits, because sometimes those memories can actually keep you in a dark place. I think that was on the aspects that we talked about earlier. All right, what's next? Yeah. Oh, care for yourself. Basic maintenance. Self-care. Wash up. Eat food. Get exercise when possible. You don't know how to exercise, go to Fit with Ezel on Instagram or TikTok. He can get you started. Shameless plug. That's right. Also, watch for complicated grief. If an emotion remains raw and overwhelming, it could trigger mental health issues like depression. Make sure you seek professional help. And last but not least, address your spiritual conflicts. Your faith is a walk. It's a journey. You'll always be learning stuff about what you believe in and how you believe it. So don't let this tragedy be the reason why you stop seeking knowledge, because we all have our own separate walk. Regardless of how it goes or how it looks, only you know what you need to believe in to get you where you need to go. So don't forsake that because you had a bad day. So, and finally, our key takeaway from the whole thing. Life is a lifelong journey. It's not a temporary state. Grief becomes a part of you, and it alters you forever. But with support, time, self-compassion, and sometimes a little bit of pain to eventually integrate, you will find a new meaning in the rhythm of life. And I make it sound simple because we only got our show, but I just encourage you to just try. You know what I mean? But I think one pastor said, if you can't walk, you lean. If you can't lean, look the other way. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Just do something. You know what I mean? My teacher used to tell me, do something even if it's wrong. Because at least I know you're alive. Because you sit up here like you did. Yeah, she was an interesting lady. Yeah, yeah. My Black History teacher was different. She was cool though. Shout
That's how she sound like she's top tier. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Williams. Long story short, I went to private school, and then for my junior and senior year, I went to an all Black high school for the first time, and it was like the dopest change of life ever. Because I was in everybody's integrated school up until that point, so big life changing moment for me. So a little bit about myself there. Let's see what we got. So we're just about to end the show. You want to spotlight who you're going to talk about tomorrow? Because we do have one more live show that is a frank conversation with that man over there, Ezel Moon. Man. Who we got on the show tomorrow, sir?
Listen, yo, so tomorrow we got Dr. Nicola Mitchell. She is, in fact, not only the founder of Girls Who Brunch Tour, but she's also the subject of the movie Giving Hope, which is a movie based about her life. Y'all, she's
really?
a survivor.
I've heard of that movie.
Yeah, it's on Lifetime. She's a survivor, you guys, man. She's also a lady of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and she has so many different titles. But not only that, but she's actually also my friend, and I'm honored to be able to sit with her tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in. It's gonna be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, 7:30 p.m. Central, and get this knowledge. And yeah, man, show some love to the Girls Who Brunch Tour.
Dope. Thank you, sir. Just want to take this time to shout out Penny. Good looking. This is a great topic. Thank you for allowing us to be adults for an hour. Big shout out to Michelle 1L. She's usually our stat person. I hope I did well by you because she usually looks up everything and stuff like that. I didn't realize how much they made my life easy, by the way. So thank you. Didn't realize it. All right. So outside of that, tell the people where they can find you there, dear sir.
Man, listen, you can find me at EzelMoon_ on Instagram and Twitter. Also, you can find me at Fit with Ezel on Instagram and on TikTok. Definitely TikTok. Go to Fit with Ezel on TikTok. Yeah.
This brother ain't faking. He be out there lifting everything. He's like, I pick up heavy things. I pick them up. I put them down. That's this guy.
I do. Hey, look. Mine loud. Me pick heavy thing up. Me put it down. Mine quiet. So
fair. That is fair. I'm RG. You can catch me on Instagram at rgames.i. We do ask that if you do inbox us, please be respectful. We will be respectful to you. I'm Gray. He'll be Gray eventually. We ain't got time for none of that. So please be respectful. Please like, share, subscribe. If you want to email us about any show topics, any business related thing, advertisement, you can go to our website at you can go to our website. Thank you, Olivia. www.unitedfront.com. We have a resource page that you can get all the information we are currently talking about. Also, you can email us at weareunited@myyahoo.com. And if you so please consider donating to our network. We are at Cash App at United Front. Everything that you donate to our network goes back into the network. It also helps us with the causes we support because we not only podcast, we also donate to causes. Shout out to WSAN. They're also a partner too. So you're also helping them with their charitable causes in San Antonio. So we appreciate everything you guys do for us because you do a lot for us just by showing up and showing us support. So we appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
So gotta ask you right now. I don't know what we're talking about next week, but that's Christmas week. So will you be in town to talk, sir? That is a better question because I know you usually hop on the road around Christmas.
Yeah, I'm usually driving, so I might be. I'll be down. I'll be more likely be in Texas, but if I'm not in Texas, then I'm in Indiana, and if I'm not in Indiana, then I'll be here in the DMV. So
okay. And I did not find out what your little one wanted for Christmas, man. I feel like I'm being cheated at. I had the list early last year, but this year it's damn near Christmas. I don't know what the child wants. I'm just putting you on blast because you ain't told Uncle Royal what the kid wants. Purple Mike may need a toy that Uncle RG can provide for him. Just say it.
I got you, dog. I'm gonna definitely shoot you the info. That's my fault, but I got you. I appreciate it.
All right. See, I gotta pull his butt to the side. Like, hey, bro, what about
Hey,
that gift?
bro.
But all good, all good.
Yeah.
I joke, I kid. Yeah, that's the show for the evening. We appreciate y'all pulling up on us, man. It's been a pleasure to serve you guys. You guys keep the chat going. Our chats are always open. So if you guys come up with something that you didn't get on the show, that's okay. Our chats are safe spaces, and if somebody acting up on you, we will boot them, and they will not be a problem to you.
Absolutely not. We don't play that.
Nope. So other than that, we love you guys. We'll holler at you next week. Well, some of us will.
Sure.
Peace.
Peace.
You are now running with scissors. Let's go.